So the terrible thing about occupations is that they admire and learn from each other. So the current BJP government in India is using the pretext of this completely bizarre terror attack to crack down on any dissent, specifically in Kashmir, but on the Muslim population throughout India, which is nothing new. It's just going to escalate. According to journalists on the ground, over 200 men and boys have been detained without charge and location. And then, the government or their military sent in bulldozers to destroy the houses and displace all the women and children. Sound familiar? And of course, the detentions, the demolitions, the checkpoints, this is nothing new, but there is a crackdown going on. And what's a common denominator? And of course, a couple days ago, the Supreme Court, the Indian Supreme Court, basically just wasn't necessarily a ruling. I'm not going to get into the legal specifics, but essentially just said that Pegasus, the Israeli spyware developed by NSO, a defense and intelligence contractor, could be used, of course, justifiably be used to surveil civilians, the majority of which will be journalists and Muslims. There's a lot of connections between the two governments. I mean, after October 7th, a bunch of Bollywood stars and athletes were sent down to do a, brown-washing tour of Israel. And since October 7th, the precedents have been changed. Bombing hospitals is fine now. You're not going to make headlines by that. Mass demolitions and ethnic cleansing, you can probably get away with it easier than you could before October 8th. So generally the saber rattling between India and Pakistan, I will say that even though I love India, I have a bunch of Indian friends, I lived there for a while, the government is insane and it's full of fascists. Most of the jingoistic saber rattling is coming from the Indian side, as per usual. So it usually just ends with a couple airstrikes, maybe a limited ground operation, and then everything goes back to the status quo of funding militants in Kashmir and Balochistan. So if you want to learn more about the current situation in Kashmir and the connection between India and Israel, check out the new Colonial Outcasts episode out now. 2 different journalists, one based out of New York, one based out of Kashmir. So check it out on Colonial Outcasts, now on all platforms. Hope to see you there, because apparently we just like to wade into controversial issues. So, yeah.